law that bans a form of late-term abortion, pro-choice advocates have sought to block its enforcement. Those challenges are now being heard in federal courtrooms in Lincoln, Nebraska, San Francisco, and New York City. Doctors and abortion rights groups argue that the law should be found unconstitutional because it makes no exceptions, even when the mother's health is at risk.
Doctors need to be able to practice medicine in a way that they feel is best for the health of the woman.
The Justice Department calls the procedure, known by critics as partial birth abortion, medically unnecessary, and the government subpoenaed patient files from abortion providers to make that point.
If the central issue in the case is medical necessity, we need to look at medical records to find out if indeed there was medical necessity.
In New York, the wrangling centers on New York Presbyterian Hospital, which was ordered to release as many as 400 patient records by noon Monday. A federal appeals court judge granted a temporary stay in the 11th hour. The government maintains the names and identifying information in the files would be concealed, but some privacy scholars say that may not be enough.
Even if you take off the names, you can still identify some of the patients with the other information in the records. So taking off the names is not the easy solution to this problem.
The New York appeals court judge will hear arguments in the patient's records issue next month. In the meantime, the legal challenges over the federal ban on the rare abortion procedure continue. Both matters could eventually wind up in the Supreme Court. Heather Cabot, ABC News, New York.
There promises to be more uproar on the Senate floor today over Condoleezza Rice's refusal to testify publicly before the 9/11 Commission. ABC's Sonia Crawford joins us from Washington with the latest on that story. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning, David. 12 Democratic senators will try to force the Senate to vote on a resolution calling on Dr. Rice to testify before the 9/11 Commission. She says she's only willing to talk to commission members in private because there's a constitutional principle at stake. Presidential advisors and staff should not be forced by the Congress or any independent commission to testify in public in order to preserve the separation of powers and to make sure the president gets the most honest, frank advice. Democrats say Dr. Rice has already proven she has no problems talking about the advice she's given in several television interviews.
The sheer hypocrisy for the White House to encourage Condoleezza Rice to appear on television to dispute Mr. Clark's testimony to the commission and then prevent her from presenting her views to the commission itself.
Now, the White House is trying to work out some sort of compromise. One idea would be for the 9/11 Commission to interview her in private, but not under oath, and then release the transcript to the public. At this point, commission members and some family members of 9/11 victims continue to insist they want public testimony. David, Tamala?
Sonia, thank you very much. This one's going to be debated for a long time because both Republican and Democratic administrations in the past have argued executive privilege.
Well, I think this week, though, we'll see what sort of resolution they come to. Now a look at your weather. It's going to be hot again today in Southern California. Record highs there yesterday drained energy reserves, triggering a power emergency. It will be another dry day across the west. But it will be rainy, though, through the Ohio Valley and the south. Temperatures in the 80s and 90s in the southwest. The northeast will be slightly below average for the next couple of days. Now forecast around the nation and some wildlife in Wyoming.
Okay.
World News Now weather brought to you by AARP Life Insurance.
Larry, it's time we got more life insurance. I've been looking. I can't believe how much it can cost.
Mm-hmm.
But where can we find affordable coverage at our age with your health?
It's not a problem. We belong to AARP.
Whether you're looking to supplement an existing policy or buying protection for the first time, you cannot be turned down for AARP Guaranteed Acceptance Life. You never have to visit a doctor or answer any health questions. If you're an AARP member between the ages of 50 and 80, your acceptance is guaranteed for up to $15,000 in affordable lifetime protection. To find out more about AARP Guaranteed Acceptance Life, just dial this toll-free number and request free information by mail. There's no risk or obligation.
Receive a free calculator just for calling 1-800-459-9048. Not an AARP member? We'll tell you how to join. Call 1-800-459-9048.
Night. It's when most of the world sleeps. A time to reset our clock so we can begin a new day. It's all part of the rhythm of life. But for many, this healthy cycle is disrupted because sleep doesn't always come easy. Fortunately, there's Ambien. Ambien is a prescription sleep aid that can help you get a full night's sleep. While natural sleep is best, Ambien helps you fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and wake rested and refreshed, not groggy the next morning. No wonder Ambien is the #1 prescribed sleep aid in America. Until you know how Ambien will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Side effects may include drowsiness, dizziness, and diarrhea. You shouldn't take it with alcohol. All people taking sleep medicines have some risk of becoming dependent on the medicine. Prescription sleep aids are most often taken for 7 to 10 days as needed. Your doctor will advise you about taking them longer. In most instances, memory problems can be avoided if you take Ambien only when you're able to get 7 to 8 hours sleep before you need to be active again. Talk to your doctor about Ambien and wake rested and ready to start your day. Ambien works like a dream.
This is how Paris does white. And this is how Crest does white. New Crest Vivid White toothpaste can give you a whiter smile in 14 days. It's the white you'll wear year-round.
These days, I welcome the morning rush.
Could Procrit be right for you? Talk to your doctor about Procrit or call 1-800-PROCRIT.
Meet Jessica. She owed taxes. She paid them through official payments. She received reward points, which she used towards this cozy little love seat. Nice love seat, Jess. Nice going. Then there's Harry. He also paid his taxes through official payments. He used his reward points towards a ticket to Hawaii. Nice trip, Harry. Nice going. This year, pay your taxes through official payments. You can use one of your cards. You may get reward points or even money back. Oh, there's a convenience fee. But oh, what great stuff you could get. Visit officialpayments.com or call 1-800-2PAY-TAX.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Official Payments.
Hockey forward Steve Moore of the Colorado Avalanche emerged from his hospital room yesterday in Denver. Moore was wearing a neck brace that went down to his chest, but he remained upbeat at a news conference. This was his first appearance since March 8th when Vancouver's Todd Bertuzzi sucker punched him and drove his face into the ice. Moore suffered 2 broken vertebrae and a concussion.
I don't know whether I'll be able to play again, but I remain optimistic, and I'm more just fortunate to be alive and to take one day at a time from here on. I really have no recollection of the incident itself, because of the severity of the impact on my head. I have significant amnesia.
We wish him a continued speedy recovery. Bertuzzi has been suspended at least through the playoffs. Vancouver police are looking into possible assault charges. University of Connecticut star center Emeka Okafor has been cleared to play. He had an MRI after a blow to his neck in UConn's win over Alabama. Connecticut plays Duke Saturday in the semifinal of the NCAA tournament. ESPN's Bob Holtzman says Duke star guard Chris Duhon is under repair as well.
Since Chris Duhon bruised his ribs 2 weeks ago in the ACC championship game, he has been a statistical non-factor. So far in the tournament, he's averaging exactly 1 field goal per game. Still, Duhon has probably been Duke's most valuable player, making up for his lack of offense on the defensive end of the floor.
Each of the kids he guarded went from hot to cold.
Just trying to help my team out as much as possible, and right now it's just being our defensive stopper, and I take pride in my defense, and I just want to go out and just try to help our team win.
No way would we be going to San Antonio without Duhon. No way. And by the way, the guys he guarded didn't score.
Despite his defense, Duhon says right now everything hurts, and that he's limited offensively because he's missed so much practice. Still, it seems half a Duhon is better than no Duhon at all.
Well, it just shows how courageous he is and how important it is for him for us to win, and how important his teammates are. He's putting everything on the line for us, every game.
Just having him on our team is good for us. I mean, if he's not 100% or anything like that, but we know that when he's out on the court, he's going to give us all. And, I mean, that's all we can ask for right now.
We can't win at this level without him right now.
Duhon says his ribs are sore, but he feels better now than he has in some time. He will practice this week and says he expects to be close to 100% by Saturday. In Durham, North Carolina, Bob Holtzman, ESPN.
That's sports for us. So what's your trick for sleeping on this shift?
Getting to bed early. You can never ignore your sleep. And we are going to talk about our sleep series, continuing some gadgets galore when we come back.
Can't wait to see this.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Save up to 80% by buying Factory Direct. The Jewelry Factory imports their diamonds direct from site holders and manufactures their jewelry direct. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, mountings, bracelets, pendants, and earrings, and guarantees the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory's 1-carat platinum bands are $1,400. 1-carat 3-stone bracelets are $249. Diamond studs are $199, and 3-stone pendants are $99. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and save. The Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
Hi, I'm Neil Patrick with Triumph Premium Cat Food.
Triumph Premium Cat Food products contain only the finest quality ingredients to provide cats with all the nutrients they need. Available in 15 delicious flavors to please even the most pampered palate.
Petland Discounts offers Triumph Premium Cat Food and all your pet care needs.
Discounts for the best care a pet can get.
What is that thing?
Looks like somebody's double chin. Must have lost his snacking on fruits and vegetables.
Somebody's gonna trip on that.
Wednesday at 10/9 Central. It's Judgment Day at the Kingdom. Stephen King's Kingdom Hospital, ABC Wednesday, 10/9 Central.
Here are some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead. 3 simultaneous court challenges to the federal ban on a certain type of abortion continue today. Supporters of the ban call the procedure inhumane. Abortion rights advocates say the law is too broad. The jury in the Tyco fraud trial is still deliberating after the judge refused to call a mistrial. The impartiality of one juror had been called into question after she reportedly flashed the OK sign to defense lawyers. And President Bush delivers a speech on a key campaign issue, the economy, in the battleground state of Wisconsin. A new consumer confidence report due out today could shed some light on how he's doing. Those are some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead.
So I'm normally in Washington. I've been doing this shift now for 6 weeks, and when I come here to New York to fill in this week, I get this hat, the Insomniac Games of 2000, and this is a very special sleep aid. This is, of course, the monogram WNN World News Now blinders. It should be one of the most important things we get in the world, sleep, but sometimes nature needs a little nudge, so we're continuing our series on National Sleep Week this morning with a look at the latest high-tech help for the sleep challenged. Ironically, the person assigned to this story probably getting a lot of sleep right now, the other anchor named David.
Our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, is here with some gadgets that can really help you get your Z's, and we've got our heads in the clouds here this morning.
Oh, well,
That'll actually be nice.
I have more ways to fall asleep. This is from Brookstone called Tranquil Moments. This is, let's just put sounds here. Now you can select the kind of sound you want to fall asleep to, the woods.
That was a freight train, though, that you just
Oh,
played.
I love trains.
You can sleep to a freight
I
train?
love trains. It has 20 sounds, and what's unique about this is that you can mix your own sounds. There's even a little microphone in there so you can record your own message. Get up, it's vacation time, whatever you want, and wake up to that. It's $175, has a little built-in subwoofer, excellent sound. That's from Brookstone. We have one other thing from Brookstone, too. A lot of people want total darkness.
I have one of these from Brookstone,
Oh, you do?
actually,
Okay.
but not with the sound.
All right. This goes over. I'm going to hold it up to my microphone here. So that goes around, covers your eyes, total blackness in there. You have a choice of 5 or 6 sounds. That's about $40. My chance to take over the show. He's sound asleep.
All right, what do we have next?
Okay, this
Can't
is
see
from
it.
Sharper Image. You want to put this guy on? This
Yeah,
is
try that out.
neat. This is their neck massager. Not only does it, here,
You got it.
You
I'll
click
turn
it,
it on.
it goes on.
All right.
It's massaging your neck. If
And
it's
you-
plugged into
oh.
AC, you can have heat. Now click in your sounds. Comes out those little speakers.
And you can select different sounds.
Different sounds. And also, it has magnets in it for, for those
How
who
do you
are
sleep to that?
those who are well,
Actually,
you lower the volume.
yeah,
is what
it
you do,
feels
right,
great.
Right. If you're into magnetic therapy, it has magnets built in. So that's really neat.
All right, what do we have
okay.
next? This is a great.
This is neat. This is called the Chillo, and you just fill it with plain water. A lot of people look for that cold spot on the pillow. Well, the Chillo, you can sleep on it or put it under the pillowcase, and what it does is the water absorbs heat from your head, and as you turn, you can keep finding a cool spot on the pillow.
So you never wake up with a sweaty pillow.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a great
okay.
idea.
That's called the Chillo. We're going to move that out of the way. And now I'm going to show you, this is from RCA. It's an AM/FM clock radio. But what's nice about this, you wake up in the middle of the night, what time is it?
Good morning, 12:55 a.m.
Okay, it announces the time. When you set the time, it announces what you set it for, so that you don't set it for 7 p.m. when you want to get up at 7 a.m.
So the alarm, for people like me who check the alarm, 5 or 6 different times.
You just push the button.
It tells you what
right.
you said.
And
Great.
also it has a nap timer. You say, let me sleep for 10 minutes. It doesn't unset the other 2 alarms, and it's under $30. That's from RCA. So now, this is neat from, okay, lady, we know.
The clock is still talking.
Velcro, they made the itty-bitty book light, I don't know, 12, 15 years ago. This is the latest. This is really itty-bitty. This guy now has LED lights in it, which means 100,000 hours. So, and it's smaller than ever. It's about $30. You can read War and Peace every night, and the bulbs will never, for years and years. Itty-bitty book light.
And what was the cost on that?
It's under $30.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. This guy is Snore Stopper.
We were just talking about this, actually.
Okay.
This actually you wear on your own wrist if you happen to snore.
That is correct.
Okay.
Okay, and then you set it, there are 2 little contacts, and you set it for, so that you can feel a little voltage. Has a microphone in it. If you start snoring, the microphone picks up the snoring, sends that little tingling through your wrist, which the manufacturer says will get you to twist and turn on over.
So people will be rolling over all night long.
Right. Now our next guy is, so you finally fell asleep. Let's move this out of the way here. Okay, we don't have this plugged in. This is called Sonic Boom. So not only does the alarm go off, lights start flashing. Then you can put this under your pillow. It starts vibrating.
To let you know it's time to get up.
It's time to get up. And also for the hard of hearing, this is a great thing. It can plug into a phone jack. And when the phone rings, it can vibrate, blink the lights, and you can adjust the volume and the tone, because some people are tone deaf in a certain range. It's a great idea. That's called Sonic Boom.
And the other thing is you can have them all go off at once, right? So if you're one of these people who are afraid that you're not going to be able to wake up,
this will do.
This might do the trick.
All at one time. And this guy, this is really neat. Now, this is just being introduced at the Houseware Show. It's from Philips. It's called the Senseo, and it's a coffee maker that uses little pods. And what I'm going to do now is push this little button here, and it'll brew coffee in just 30 seconds. It's doing the little heating now. There it goes.
And you have the coffee grinds in there, obviously.
What it does, it uses little coffee pads.
Oh, great.
And it's about $70. Amazon has it now, but it'll be available in a couple of weeks. And then you just put the little pods in there, click it, and as I said, in 30 seconds, you have
This
coffee.
would be perfect right next to the bed. So as soon as the vibrating alarm goes off or the rainforest
you hit
kicks
the clock, you hit the thing, you shut the sound, you hit your coffee, you get your Chillo, and you're set to go.
Great. All right. Well, thanks very much, Dick.
Okay,
as
if
always.
you missed anything, at
Good to see ya.
gizwizbiz.com,
You
it's
got
all
it.
there.
Thanks for joining us, and you're watching World News Now.
Do your do-it-yourself projects look like you did them yourself?
Bend your spine. The Sleep Number bed contours to your body. So if you want to have a good sleep, call us right now for your free video and brochure.
Start sleeping better now. Call 1-800-609-2600 for your free video and brochure. Ask about our risk-free in-home trial. That's 1-800-609-2600. Call now.
Watch Sam Champion and the AccuWeather forecast only on Eyewitness News.
Next on Channel 7. Join us for the latest national and international news on World News Now, which is already in progress.
Bleeding may increase with Plavix, and when you take Plavix with certain other medicines, including aspirin, review your medicines with your doctor to minimize this risk. Additional rare but serious side effects could occur.
Call 1-800-459-7391 and find out how to add more protection against heart attack or stroke.
Think cheaters never get ahead? Just wait till you see this prime time. Good kids, good students, cheating and proud of it, even think it's right. Tonight, see how high-tech cheating is now and how many are doing it. An eye-opening primetime investigation tonight.
8 years ago it began. Winner of 12 Emmys and 3 Golden Globes. Now, the final gavel is about to sound. On Sunday, May 16th, the practice is coming to an end. But it's not over yet. This Sunday, the man who opened the door returns to close it forever. Bobby's back. Dylan McDermott returns for the final 2 episodes starting this Sunday, 10/9 Central on ABC.
World News Now Sports, brought to you by Plavix.
There was another long hearing in the sexual assault charges against Kobe Bryant in Colorado yesterday. Bryant did get back to L.A. about 20 minutes before the Lakers took on the Rockets last night in their 5th playoff game. Bryant said he was tired when he got there, but didn't look at the Rockets could have actually used a longer hearing. Not only was Bryant apparently tired, he was brilliant. Check him out. He scores and sets teammates up to score, and by the end of the night, he's the high guy with 31 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists. The Lakers beat the Rockets 97-78. They now go on to face the Spurs. And here was Bryant after the game, after playing tired.
When I got down to basketball court, it's just something energizes me about the game. Just fun to play. And I was hoping we could jump out to an early lead and kind of coast a little bit, but they jumped on us early. So because of the circumstances, you kind of force yourself to pick up your energy, pick up the pace a little bit.
Now we switch to the East Coast, and the Nets are waiting to see whom they play next. Nets forward Richard Jefferson doesn't think it'll be the Lakers. He spoke with ESPN's Mike Greenberg.
Where would your team be today if Byron Scott was still the coach?
Up 4-0 against the Knicks, getting ready for Detroit.
Why did he get fired, Richard?
I don't know. I just work here.
Let's do a little name association. I'll say name. You tell me the first thought that jumps into your mind. Eddie Griffin.
Okay. Talented.
Lute Olson.
Hall of Fame.
Magic Johnson.
Best ever.
John Belushi.
Was he the one from the Blues Brothers?
Yes, he was.
I was at, oh yeah, that's my man right there. That's my man.
Is that your favorite movie?
Oh, it's hilarious. I love that movie. It was on, I think it was on TNT the other day.
Paris Hilton.
Different.
Jason Kidd.
Best in the game.
I say Brooklyn Nets. You say what?
Best team in New York.
Now, Jay-Z might wind up being your owner in the Brooklyn Nets. Are you a fan?
Very big fan.
What does it mean to you to play for USA Basketball?
Greatest honor I've ever had on any level.
Would you rather win an Olympic gold medal or an NBA championship?
Olympic gold medal, right now.
Will the Nets win the East?
Yes.
Who will you play in the finals?
Minnesota.
And who'll win?
We will.
I love that segment. Greenberg does a great job with it. That's sports, and I've got one name for you. What comes to mind? Dick DeBartolo.
Oh, toys.
New gadgets.
New gadgets. And when we come back, we're going to take a look at what those new gadgets are, and you're going to love them.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations. Attention homeowners, is your house old, worn, frayed? Then call Herb Richards, Dr. Rehab. Imagine 300 square feet of vinyl siding or roofing, not $12,000, not $9,000, only $995. Only $995 with no money down. Call 1-800-600-5400. Need money? It's easy. It's simple. Convert your attic, garage, or basement into an income-producing apartment where applicable. With no money down, you could earn up to $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Need extra cash? Consolidate. You could save thousands, millions of dollars of financing funds available if you qualify. Don't miss this fabulous vinyl siding or roof special, only $995. That's only $3.33 a square foot. For an absolutely free estimate, call 1-800-600-5400. That's 1-800-600-5400. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. 1-800-600-5400.
And now some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead. It is President Bush's and Vice President Cheney's turn with the 9/11 Commission. Together they will answer questions about what they did before the terrorist attacks. The Los Angeles Police Department is increasing patrols following a threat to the city's shopping malls. The LAPD this morning says recently federal officials got an unsubstantiated threat about a potential mall attack planned for the city today. Senator John Kerry's campaign is fueling speculation about his pick for vice president. Kerry's staff has begun background checks on North Carolina Senator John Edwards, Missouri Congressman Richard Gephardt, and Iowa Governor Tom Vilsack. And those are some of the stories ABC News is following in the day ahead here.
Now that the weather is finally getting warmer, it's time to change scenes with the seasons. Time to pack your bags and go wherever your money and your imagination will take you. And no matter where that is, you want to make sure you arrive in style. That's why our gizmo guy, Dick DeBartolo, is here with the latest in travel gear. What a table. I want everything on it. I'm about to go on vacation.
Oh, then you need everything on this table.
Well, let's start with the iPod. I've been wanting one of these.
Well, this is amazing. This is the iPod Mini. Now this carries, I'm going to just turn it sideways here to show you. This is about the size of a little cell phone. Carries 1,000 of your favorite tunes. It has a 4 gigabyte memory. Comes in 5 different colors. Has iTunes software, very intuitive software. And I asked it at Apple yesterday because, you know, they were in amazingly short supply. They were on back order. They were short 100,000 units.
Wow.
But now
but they're canceling international orders, and so if you go now, you might get one.
People can get them here in the States. So that's the iPod Mini. It's about $250.
How hard is the technology? I am a Luddite. I have a hard time with technology.
Very easy. You burn by burning the CD, your CD to your computer just means playing it. Then you just check on the iPod menu what you want to go to the iPod. As soon as you plug it in, it automatically downloads.
Okay, the next thing that I've been wanting, but there's so much choice out there, a digital camera. You say this might be one of the best ones.
Well, what I like about this is it's a very rugged camera. I'm just going to open it up here, and it was open. Let's just do that so that the lens will come out. And little LCD screen on the back.
And nice opening music.
Nice opening music. And what's nice about this is if you get it splashed or your vacation's at the beach, you don't have to worry about that. It's an all rugged camera. 4 megapixels. So you can get enlargements up to about 11 by 14. And it uses these new little XD cards. And that's a little XD memory card right there. That's why the camera is so small. It weighs about 5.5 ounces. And that's from Olympus. That's called the Stylus 410, which is brand new. The 400 is out now, but the 410 went from 3 megapixels to 4 megapixels.
And on both these sort of high-end cool things, what price range are we talking about?
This one's going to be in the 350 range, and the 3 megapixels is probably going to drop down to the high 200s.
Okay, and I should go back and ask you on the mini iPod, how expensive is that?
That's about $250. Okay, and that was the Olympus Stylus 410. Now, if you check your luggage and the Transportation Security Administration has to open it, they will cut your lock, okay? But now you can get these travel security locks, and on the bottom there is a little opening, and they have a tool that can pop the lock. They can check your luggage, relock the lock. It doesn't unset your combination, so that you know that as you go through security, you don't have to worry that it's going to come out lockless.
Well, now, a lot of people are going to say, what about luggage thieves? Are they going to figure out how to pop these locks?
Well, I hope not. I mean, that's a possibility, but we hope not. They're 2 for $20, and they're from the Magellan's catalog. We have a couple things from Magellan's. What's nice about
a great travel company.
Yes, and what's great about them, if you're going overseas, they have pages of information about using electronics overseas.
And if you're going overseas, chances are you're going to buy a ton of stuff and none of it fits in your luggage.
Right. This is neat. So you pack this before you go. Then when you get there, we don't have enough room to set it up completely, but basically what you do is you just pop it open, snap it together, pull this up, I'm not doing, and you have a nylon carry-on. It even has feet
Let's
at the
turn
bottom.
it towards the camera. Feet on the bottom, and then on the other side, you've got a decent amount of space here.
And then at the bottom, it has rubber feet, a little side pocket, and it's under $20.
Okay, and it, unfortunately, it does rain on most vacations, and you say this is the best travel.
Well, I'll tell you what I love about this guy. First of all, it has automatic open. Then it has automatic close. But what I really love about this is, let me just click it down here again, is in that hotel room, you lose your keys or something under the bed. It has a little LED, and push it on through, and it's a removable flashlight.
Love that.
Okay, that also came from Magellan's. This came from Zelco. It's called Audio Lumify. I'll stand the box up. And what this is I'm going to pop the lens out here, is if you're reading the map or the hotel menu, also has a little built-in flashlight here. I hope we can see that.
Hold that.
It's a little magnifier. It's a 2.5. Oh, you can see that. That's magnifying.
Great.
So in the restaurant, or you can even use it as a little flashlight. And what's neat about that, there's a little 20-second recording chip inside.
So if you want to leave yourself a little message.
Exactly. Or you go to the gas station and you ask directions. Just have the guy talking to this, and you have your directions with you.
Such cool ideas. Now let's look at the last thing that you've got. Everybody's seen pulling their luggage through the airport, twisting their backs as they go.
Yes, this is what's neat. This is, it's called Lug Assist. Yeah, I'm going to hold in front of you. You have your pretty salmon sweater on. And what you do is click that off around your handle. It is adjustable, so you can make your handle 10 inches longer. You can hang other bags on this before you click it closed. And as you walk, this moves back and forth, so it eases the strain on your wrist.
Okay, so a multi-use handle there.
Should we pack everything in the bag?
Well, it looks like we could pack everything in the bag, and let's get out of here. Let's go.
Let's go. We're
Dick
history.
DeBartolo,
We're history.
as always,
Okay.
it is wonderful to have you here.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us, and you're watching World News Now.
I think it's a air filter. What's with...
Yesterday we were telling you about Randy Johnson becoming the first pitcher over 40 to throw a perfect game. And this morning, ESPN's Dan Patrick has his top 10 picks of others who have pushed the age envelope in sports.
We start at number 10 with Satchel Paige, who pitched for the Kansas City A's in 1965 when he was 59. Paige was an All-Star at 45 and 46 when he made a combined 103 appearances for the St. Louis Browns. The shortest member of our list stands tall at number 9. Bill Shoemaker was 54 when he rode Ferdinand to victory in the 1986 Kentucky Derby. It was the 4th Run for the Roses victory for Shoemaker, who became the oldest jockey to win the event. Number 8 is Jerry Rice. The 40-year-old wide receiver went to his 13th Pro Bowl in 2003 after catching 92 passes for over 1,200 yards during that season. Martina Navratilova comes in at number 7, teaming up with Leander Paes. 46-year-old Navratilova captured the mixed doubles title at both the Australian Open and Wimbledon in 2003. And number 6 is George Foreman. Foreman went 17-3 after the Big 4-0, regaining the World Heavyweight title in 1994 at the age of 45. At number 5 is Michael Jordan. When MJ buzzed the Hornets for 45 in 2003, he became the first player to score 40 points after turning 40. The Ryan Express comes in at number 4. Nolan Ryan became the oldest player to throw a no-hitter in 1990 when he was 43. That is, until 1991 when he threw another no-no. At number 3, fittingly, is The Intimidator. In February 1998, after 19 failed attempts, Dale Earnhardt won one race that had eluded him, the Daytona 500. He was 46 years old at the time. The Golden Bear is number 2. Jack Nicklaus won both the U.S. Open and PGA Championships in 1980 at the age of 40. 6 years later, he won his 6th Masters at age 46.
Maybe. Yes, sir!
And at number 1, it is Mr. Hockey. Gordie Howe's best season came in 1968-69 with the Red Wings, when he scored 44 goals, had a career-high 103 points, all at the age of 41.
All impressive. That's sports for this half hour. And for those of you who follow this American Idol vote,
Yes.
every step of the way, it's down to 2. Then there were 2.
Then
Diana?
there were 2, Diana DeGarmo and Fantasia Barrino. And I know we were just talking earlier, some of us are a little bit surprised at
But Jasmine even made it this far.
that Jasmine even made it this far. And I don't know, I mean, my feeling is that, I mean, they're all winners, obviously, just for getting up there. But I don't know, the competition this year was not.
I say Fantasia.
Yeah, I think Fantasia has a much better chance than Diana, but we'll see.
When we come back, Tool time.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, guys?
Do you have an innie or an outie?
Any all the way, dude.
I have an innie.
I got one. Okay, this is really nasty though. Okay. Would you guys rather eat like a maggot-filled pie or go to school completely naked?
Naked. Hey, you know what would be funny? I don't want to have someone like pierce their outie.
Hi, I'm Neil Patrick with Triumph Premium Cat Food.
Triumph Premium Cat Food products contain only the finest quality ingredients to provide cats with all the nutrients they need. Available in 15 delicious flavors to please even the most pampered palate.
Petland Discounts offers Triumph Premium Cat Food and all your pet care needs.
As concerned parents, you probably know there's a rating system for all TV shows.
What you may not know is that there's a V-chip inside your TV that knows how to read these ratings too.
To learn how to use your V-chip, go to abc.com.
With the V-chip, controlling what your kids watch is as easy as ABC.
Oprah Winfrey. You've never seen her like this. Emotional, startling, unexpected.
Did you choose this, or did it choose you?
Diane Sawyer with Oprah Winfrey, her personal journey. A primetime special at a special time, tonight at 9, 8 Central.
These children lost both parents in the same month. On the season finale,
Are you guys ready to tear this house apart?
Extreme Makeover Home Edition pulls a community together to bring life back to their home. All new, 8, 7 Central, ABC Sunday.
Usually we agree with the slogan, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But recently, Sin City showed off some pretty hardcore stuff that we just couldn't keep secret. And no, it's not what you're thinking. We're not that kind of late night programming. We're talking about the National Hardware Show. And our GizWiz, Dick DeBartolo, went to check it out. He's here this morning to tell us about all of the cool tools out there. Nice to see you.
It's the same, and absolutely. Well, we're going to go to Vegas for a couple of times here because there was some neat stuff there. Like, this is one neat thing. Hey, it's Las Vegas, and it's the hardware show, and my lucky dice. Actually, these cubes, well, they're from Zircon. They're really neat. I'll show you what you do. They're magnetic, so you click them onto the base. Then you take the little contact, click that on, that's magnetic. There we have a level line. I'm going to click this other one. That gives us a plumb line. Now, they're blinking to tell you that it's not totally level yet. They're going to automatically, electronically level themselves, and then they will stop, and you can put up your cabinet. It's perfect. That's from Zircon, about $100 for a base and 1 cube.
Very cool stuff.
Is that neat?
Yes.
And you know, while I was there, Popular Mechanics was giving awards for some neat technology, and it was something that's a little too big to show in the studio, so we'll go to Vegas one more time. We'll take a look at this. Case Logic did a survey. What's the most disorganized part of the home? Well, it's the garage. Did the photo help you? You can go from this to this with something called Space Logic. I actually like this idea a lot. They are pockets. You can see through them. They're going to come in a variety of configurations so that they can hold tools and toys, car supplies, sports equipment. This one has a shovel in it. They're going to range from $10 to $30. This is what one looks like in person. They're soft-sided, see-through. And it's Case Logic, but the system is called Space Logic. $10 to $30 at the end of the summer. Places like Target will have them. Now we're going to go to the other guy in the studio.
Very cool.
Okay, I have some neat stuff. This, I don't know if you have a home washer, but this would have saved my floor. I had it a while ago. It's called Washer Watcher. It's for the clothes washer. What you do, the clothes washer gets plugged in here, then this gets plugged in the wall. This little device goes on the discharge hose in your sink.
Okay.
And once I had a sock fall into the sink, so when the dishwasher let the clothes washer let the water out, it overflowed
onto your floor.
What this does, when water hits it, it shuts off the power to the clothes washer. It's $20.
That's
Very
great.
clever. Called Washer Watcher. Now there's some neat things out, and they're called from idea sticks, and you can decorate tile and things. But at the show, they were demonstrating their switch sticks. These are little designs that you can put on switch plates. They're kind of like a vinyl. They wouldn't tell me exactly what was in them, but you can peel them off. The woman said that you can use them in the bathroom. They are moisture resistant. You can do little themes if you want to change your light switches for the holidays. You can use them over and over again.
Just keep reusing them.
Exactly,
That's
exactly.
great.
And they're like $3 to $5. This guy's falling down.
And do a little interior decorating there for $3 to $5, and
It is. Now, when I say buzz off, I'm not being mean. This is buzz off clothing from Ex Officio, and what it is, the insect repellent is woven into the fabric, and they tell me it's the only clothing approved by the FDA, so it keeps bugs off. And it'll stay on through 25 machine washings. Do not send these to the dry cleaners. They make hats, socks. The pants are zip-off pants, so you can have long pants and they become
great for
shorts.
camping or anything you're doing outdoors.
Absolutely. This guy is Wonder Soil. What this is, this little guy, you add water to it, and it becomes this much soil. Now, the woman told me it has nutrients in it, and that this tube will make 10 pounds of soil.
And we were saying, who wants to lug around this giant bag of soil when you just do this? It's so much more convenient.
Exactly. So you add water, and that's called Wonder Soil. She said it was available to the industrial market, but she's bringing it to the home market. This is rain gel. I love this. You put rain gel at the bottom of a pot. When you water the plant, I'm going to pour water in here, and we'll wait a minute or two while I talk about it. What you do is this goes at the bottom of the pot. So when you water the plant, anything that the roots do not drink up goes to the bottom of the pot. Then, look at, can you see that that it is almost...
It's absorbing it.
It's absorbing it, so much so that it is now, is that neat?
It's a gel.
It's a gel.
It's just
so
a gel
that stays at the bottom of the pot, and the roots can drink it as they want it. So if you go away for 7 to 10 days, depending on the plant,
you don't need to water your plants.
That's neat. And this much is about $5, okay? That is called Rain Gel. The Unbelievable Saw is right over there. And that's what this guy is, the Unbelievable Saw. It's like a bandsaw that you use by hand. And I was sort of uninterested in it. And the guy at the booth said, come on in and saw some lumber.
With that?
With that, well, you know what? You can see how sharp it is.
Yeah,
you
it
don't
does
have
look really
right.
sharp. But
So if you are camping and you need firewood, this will go through the wood very quickly. It's small enough to go into a backpack. It actually folds even smaller than that. Don't take it on an aircraft, by the way. And that's going to be $15 to $20. And then we have one final thing, and it's called our swivel hose. And this is not going to be available yet. They're selling it in Australia. What you do is you cut a long hose in the middle, put the two ends here, and as you drag it, this rotates so you don't get kinks in the hose. Okay?
Oh, wow. And that always happens when you're trying to water your lawn.
Absolutely. That's going to be about $5.
And
at GizWizBiz.com, I have a link to everybody's website.
Dick, thank you so much.
We're going to go to your house. We're going to straighten those cabinets.
I need to get straightened out for sure. Thank you so much for joining us, Dick DeBartolo. You are watching World News Now.
From 1968 to 1974, nobody had more top 10 hits than Three Dog Night. Three Dog Night, the complete hit singles. The first and only single CD collection to feature all 21 of their top 40 hits.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
21 classics like the #1 hits Mama Told Me Not to Come.
Mama told me not to.
And Black and White.
The world is white, turns by day, then by night.
top 10 tracks like Never Been to Spain. Three Dog Night, the complete hit singles, 21 timeless hits, just $18.98. Call now and get this 12-track deluxe edition bonus disc free.
Just an old-fashioned love song coming down in three-part harmony.
Three Dog Night, the complete hit singles, the first and only single CD collection to feature all of their hits. Over 70 minutes of music, all of their top 40 hits, and every #1. 21 classic tracks, one incredible CD. Three Dog Night, the complete hit singles. The show goes on. To order, call now or log on to www.musicspace.com. Bonus disc free with paid order. Just $18.98 for 2 CDs. Rush delivery available.
These days, I welcome the morning rush.
Could Procrit be right for you? Talk to your doctor about Procrit or call 1-800-PROCRIT.
Are you an author in search of a publisher? Call Vantage Press, a leading New York subsidy publisher, for this free brochure which explains how you can have your manuscript published. Whether your subject is fiction or nonfiction, poetry, specialized, or even controversial, this 40-page brochure will show you how to have your work edited, printed, and published in a matter of months. If this is your first book, you'll find this brochure valuable and informative.
Call 1-800-879-4040. That's 879-4040.
You know what they say, Prince. Big boots, big odor.
Only Odor Eaters has new Zorbitex technology to absorb sweat and destroy odor on contact. Odor Eaters foot and sneaker spray.
Stops odor. Dries crystal clear.
The White House has vowed not to be deterred by escalating violence in Iraq, but as the attacks mount, so do the calls for the U.S. to count its losses and leave somehow. Sam Donaldson weighs in on the debate in this week's essay for World News Now.
There was a shocking headline on the front page of Wednesday morning's Washington Post. It said, U.S. faces growing fears of failure in Iraq. And it wasn't talking about France or people who didn't support the policy in the first place, or the Democrats. It was talking about people within the Bush administration and people who have no political axe to grind, who here in Washington are saying more and more, maybe we can't do it in Iraq. A few weeks ago, Lieutenant General William Odom, retired, said, I think we can't do it, I think we've failed, we ought to get out. Now, General Odom was the head of the National Security Agency, the super-secret agency under Ronald Reagan. He doesn't have a political axe to grind. And within the administration, people are beginning to think this too, given the mounting problems. I think President Bush, in fact, may be following a two-track policy. One, we're going to stay the course, we're going to get the job done, don't worry. But two, trying to find an exit strategy very quickly. We plan to turn over to an interim government in Iraq sovereignty by the end of June. We still don't know who that is, but we're going to do it. Secondly, when Colin Powell, the Secretary of State, was asked the other day, well, what if the interim government asks us to leave? He replied, well, I don't think that's going to happen, but if they ask us to leave, we will leave. And suspicious minds believe the Bush administration may ask.
Stump. After voting 3 times to increase the gas tax and once proposing to increase it by 50 cents a gallon, he now says he doesn't support it.
While Kerry did once say he supported considering a 50-cent tax, he never actually proposed or voted for one. 4 years ago, then candidate Bush was critical of the Clinton administration for high gas prices.
The president ought to be talking to our friendly nations in OPEC saying open up the spigot.
But it is John Kerry who is calling on George Bush to do just that. The Bush team says it refuses to publicly, quote, beg OPEC for oil, but that behind the scenes negotiations are taking place. They say Kerry has no energy policy beyond simply attacking. Fairly or not, however, when the cost of gas is high, it is often the sitting president who pays the price. Dan Harris, ABC News, New York.
Massachusetts lawmakers have approved a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriages but allowing civil unions. Before it's enacted, the amendment requires another vote from the legislature next year and public approval in 2006. Arguments continue today in 3 court cases challenging a federal law banning one type of abortion. President Bush signed the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act in November. The government is also under fire for requesting access to hundreds of women's medical records to defend the law.
The White House is going over its options with the 9/11 Commission. According to published reports, no tape recording was made when the National Security Advisor met privately with the panel back in February. But staff members have notes which they describe as nearly verbatim. Here's ABC's Nancy Weiner.
Facing mounting pressure to allow Condoleezza Rice to testify publicly before the 9/11 Commission, the White House is now talking compromise. Administration officials are considering releasing some kind of public record of the National Security Advisor's private interviews with the 10-member bipartisan commission. It's an attempt to appease the commission members who have vocally urged Dr. Rice to testify publicly under oath.
We still have to try to work out a process that will satisfy them and us. We've not reached a conclusion yet.
Some 9/11 family members say the only arrangement that would satisfy them is an open hearing.
I think she needs to take an oath before the American people and answer questions as to why 19 hijackers were able to bring this nation, our nation, to its knees on the morning of 9/11.
Dr. Rice says that's just not possible because tradition dictates that sitting national security advisors, as members of the president's personal staff, don't testify under oath before Congress.
Nothing would be better, from my point of view, than to be able to testify. I would really like to do that, but there's an important principle involved here.
White House aides say the president himself is standing most firm on this point. Still, a small group of Senate Democrats will try to force a vote on a long-shot resolution Tuesday, which calls on Rice to testify before the commission.
It is sheer hypocrisy for the White House to encourage Condoleezza Rice to appear on television to dispute Mr. Clark's testimony to the commission and then prevent her from presenting her views to the commission itself.
A growing number of Republicans on Capitol Hill say if Dr. Rice doesn't testify publicly, it will create the wrongful impression that the White House has something to hide. Nancy Weiner, ABC News, Washington.
Police in Uzbekistan are blaming terrorists for an explosion and shootout near the capital this morning. The latest incident follows 2 days of violence that left at least 19 people dead and more than 24 injured. Uzbekistan is a key U.S. ally in the war on terror.
A Spanish judge has now charged 2 more suspects in the Madrid train bombings. 14 men with ties to terrorists are now accused. The bombers pulled off this massacre with a relatively simple bag of tools, backpacks, and cell phones. ABC's Brian Ross has an exclusive look.
It took Spanish police only hours to come across, accidentally, the hard evidence that would later implicate Al-Qaeda. A sports bag discovered in the wreckage of one of the train cars and left in a pile next to the bodies before police knew what was inside. These photos, obtained by ABC News, show what was inside, an unexploded bomb with fingerprints intact on this cell phone. The terrorist had used the alarm clock function of the cell phone to set off the bomb, but had mistakenly set it for 7:40 p.m. instead of 7:40 a.m. 10 other bombs went off as scheduled.
It's a handy-dandy timing element.
Mike White is the former commander of the New York City Police Bomb Squad.
Because they are all driven by a satellite timing system, they are synchronized and they can be set off to either simultaneously or 10 seconds after each one.
The unexploded bomb contained about 22 pounds of a whitish-colored explosive. Authorities say was stolen from this small Spanish mining operation a few weeks earlier. Also discovered in the sports bag, packed next to the explosive, a large quantity of rusty nails and screws, what was to be the deadly shrapnel.
The inclusion of shrapnel in any improvised explosive device shows the intent of that device was to kill and to mutilate human flesh.
It was the cell phone, and in particular the fingerprints, that led Spanish police to this Madrid cell phone store and its owner, the suspected ringleader of the attack, Jamal Sugam. Spanish authorities now believe that Sugam and the 17 other suspects now in custody are part of an al-Qaeda European network that remains very much alive today. Brian Ross, ABC News, New York.
Now a look at today's weather. The plains stayed dry today, but a slow-moving storm system brings rain to the Ohio Valley and into the south. Temperatures will be below normal in the east, but they'll soar in the southwest and northern Rockies, 20 to 30 degrees above normal in some places. Now forecast around the nation as we watch the sun come up in California.
World News Now weather brought to you by Colonial Penn Life Insurance.
Go ahead, I'll be right there. Wouldn't it be great if life worked like this parking meter? I could keep putting quarters in and stay here with my family forever. Of course, life doesn't work that way. That's why I bought life insurance from Colonial Penn to help make sure my final expenses won't become my family's problem. And it costs me less than $1/4 a day.
For less than $1/4 a day, just $6.95 a month per unit, Colonial Penn offers guaranteed acceptance life insurance to people ages 50 to 85. These days, funeral costs alone average over $6,000. But now you can get help with no medical exam, no health questions. And the rate of $6.95 a month per unit is guaranteed never to increase.
Call 1-800-417-8866 to receive free information in the mail. That number again is 1-800-417-8866.
Every woman wants a beautiful, smooth bikini line, but how do you get one? Razors cause bumps and irritation, and waxing hurts. Now you can say goodbye to razor bumps and painful waxing forever. Hi, Randy Hoffman here for the Bikini Touch, the gentle, painless hair remover. Just turn it on and watch it cleanly erase unwanted bikini hair without a trace of irritation. It's the size of a mascara wand and has an angled head, so it's easy to use in those hard-to-reach places. Designed to gently follow the curves of a woman's body. Bikini Touch cleanly removes the thickest hair anywhere, yet is safe on the most sensitive skin. Perfect for a woman's most delicate area. Micro-oscillation makes it all possible. Imagine being able to remove hair this easily from an area this sensitive with no bumps, no pain, and no irritation. Guaranteed. Bikini Touch is also the perfect trimmer. Just snap on one of the trimming guides and trim a little or a lot with complete confidence. Go as bare as you dare and feel beautiful under any clothes or no clothes at all. It's the best way to stay smooth and sexy every day. Take it wherever you want and use it whenever you need. With Bikini Touch, you can have a perfectly smooth bikini line all the time and say goodbye to razor bumps and painful waxing forever. Call now and get the all-new Bikini Touch painless hair remover and trimmer, complete with attachments, a $30 value for only $14.99. As our gift, you'll also receive our deluxe 10-piece manicure pedicure kit, a $30 value, yours free. That's right, you get it all. The Bikini Touch painless hair remover and trimmer, and our deluxe manicure pedicure kit, an incredible $60 value for only $14.99. But you have to call now. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-308-4200. That's 1-800-308-4200. So call 1-800-308-4200 and order now.
It is time for sports. It's March Madness still, and for the first time ever, LSU, the women, are going to the NCAA Final Four. They broke Georgia's heart in the last 2 minutes of the West Regional. With less than 2 minutes left, LSU's Tamika Johnson took the jumper. She tied the game right there at 59. Georgia went up a point, and then LSU got the ball to Johnson again, and again she takes the lead. Georgia had one final chance to go for the tie. Janice Hardwick brought the ball down court, but made contact, and Johnson, and they both fell. LSU won the game 62-60. It was a close one with the ailing head coach Sue Gunter at home, and she had to watch on TV. University of Connecticut women also going to the Final Four for a record 5th straight time. For that school, they devoured Penn State. This was not pretty. UConn star Diana Taurasi made the most of her final home court college game. She led the way with 27 points. Barbara Turner was also a match. That's her with the spin move, the basket, and she gets the foul as well. UConn blew the game open in the second half. They won. The final score, ouch, 66-49. Professional basketball, the Nets were threadbare from injuries as the Celtics came to East Rutherford last night. New Jersey's Richard Jefferson put on quite a show, 24 points. Wasn't enough, though. Boston's Paul Pierce overcame some foul trouble. He hit some long shots in the second half. In fact, he scored 18 of his 21 after the halftime break. Led Boston to the 84-80 win. The Celtics maintain their game-and-a-half grip on a playoff spot, and that is sports for this half hour. And this is the hardest thing in TV to do, I've decided, is get back into this chair.
Coming back into the chair. Well,
It's
you
a
were
tight
talking
squeeze.
a lot about women in sports, and there's another ladies in sports story. Serena Williams was playing in the NASDAQ 100 Open in Miami, and there's been a lot of comment. There's always comment about her outfits. This showstopper was bare midriff, navel ring, and hot pants and chandelier earrings.
Are you going to show the picture, or you going to wait till papers
Well, you
later?
know, we'll have to wait till papers because it's too quick now. But could you play some good tennis in hot pants and chandelier tennis
I can't play good
earrings?
tennis to start with.
When we come back, career advice for new college grads.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
Diamonds, the gift she really wants. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, laser inscribed and guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of mountings, and your diamond is set while you wait. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99. Marquise solitaires are $3.99, and 1-carat studs are $3.99. The Jewelry Factory carries most shapes and sizes, including 5 carats and above. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and Save, the Jewelry Factory in Hackensack.
Do you have a great idea for a new product? Every year, literally billions of dollars are spent on products new to the market, and this could be your year. Advent Product Development can help. Advent Product Development specializes in marketing new ideas and inventions, and we're interested in talking to you. If your idea qualifies, we can patent or trademark it for you and take it to market. Or we can create a TV infomercial and sell your product directly to the public.
Don't let your idea slip away. Call 800-9INVENT now for your free inventor's kit. Call now.
Here are some of the stories ABC News is following in this day ahead. A constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage in Massachusetts begins its long path toward possible adoption after it was approved by the state legislature. But a court order allowing marriages to take effect goes into effect on the 17th of May. The boy who has accused Michael Jackson of molesting him will testify before a grand jury in Santa Barbara today. The boy's younger brother testified yesterday. Democratic senators will try to pass a resolution today calling for National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice to testify in public before the 9/11 Commission. The White House is working out a compromise to make her previous testimony public. And those are some of the stories that ABC News is following in the day ahead.
Some of you may have noticed yesterday that we did not have the business news from the BBC. It turns out the time changes a little bit earlier for the Brits than it does for us on this side of the pond. But this morning, we've synchronized our clock so we can talk to the BBC's Declan Curry. And Declan, we understand you have some somber news this morning.
Yes, some sad news here in London. We've learned this morning that the legendary broadcaster Alistair Cook has died at the age of 95. Now, if you don't know him, he was the voice of America here in Britain for the last 60 years, reporting on American affairs every week on BBC Radio since the time that Lyndon Johnson was president. So he's covered all the major events: the assassination of Robert Kennedy, the war in Vietnam, the impeachment of President Nixon, the oil crisis, the Iranian hostage affair, the Ronald Reagan presidency and the bright new morning for America, through to Gulf War I, through the Clinton presidency. All of those events he's reported for us on the BBC. And he's really brought American life, regular American Main Street life, into British homes every weekend. I can't think of anyone else who's done more to help us understand America better, and he will be missed by his listeners and by the BBC.
An amazing man with an amazing life, as you point out, who was beloved on both sides of the pond. Now you have the latest on Soccer Club takeover bid there.
Yeah, and this is news from the guy who owns the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Malcolm Glazer, a wealthy man in his own right. He also invests in foreign sports clubs, including the world's richest soccer club, that's Manchester United here in England. Now, a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Glazer said he might or might not make a takeover offer for Manchester United. Under the rules they have here in London, that put the club into play for takeovers. Well, this morning, Mr. Glazer says he does not intend making a takeover bid. Well, not today anyway. He may well come back at some point in the future. But for the soccer club, it's a big sigh of relief. It means they can carry on now running their day-to-day business. Mr. Glazer continues to own 16% of the soccer club, but he's not the biggest shareholder. There are two Irish racehorse millionaires who own 29% of the business. If they buy 1 percentage point more, they will have to launch a full takeover bid for Manchester United. So it's not over yet.
All right. Well, Declan Curry, good to have you again. Thanks for joining us.
Sure. See you tomorrow.
This is the time of year that college seniors both long for and dread, commencement season. Once you've got the diploma in one hand and the want ads in the other, then what? Well, for some tips on getting that first real job, we're joined this morning by John Challenger. He's the CEO of the outplacement firm Challenger Gray and Christmas. And thanks for joining us, John. Before we start talking about college seniors, very quickly, let's talk about the general job market. This has been a recovery that's been jobless, a lot of productivity gains. Does it change at all? What do we look like here going into April?
The job creation has been the missing ingredient. Just 21,000 jobs last month. Maybe that's going to turn around. The weekly claims numbers suggest a different picture, and the layoffs suggest a different picture. They're starting to show that companies have stopped pushing people out the door. Hopefully that's a prelude to more hiring.
What does that mean for college seniors then? Who's going to come into the door first, the seniors or the people who've been laid off and are looking for jobs?
There's a lot of competition for this year's grads, from people who've been in their first jobs and lost them, from seniors who are fighting for them. But one study says hiring of college grads is going to be up 13% this year.
All right, what should those grads do? Let's give them some tips as they're going out to look for that first job. What should they do in their interactions with the companies they're trying to get on with?
One of the most important things is to be aggressive, unconventional. You don't want to get caught in the flood of resumes that comes to the door. So, for example, you might have caddied over the past summers. Go to some of those people that you've done that with. Ask them for an interview. You need to find your way in the door.
What about, you say unconventional. Give me a sense of being unconventional. Other than sending a resume asking for an interview, what else can you do?
Well, it's always about how you get to people. That might be through any number of family, friends, neighbors, professors. It might be alumni from organizations, from your school. So target alumni, for example, people who work in particular industries or professions that you'd like to be in, and get out to see them.
What do you think of those wacky resumes, or sending a DVD or something else kind of strange to get yourself noticed?
Well, those are probably not a great idea, in terms of at least spending lots of your job search time trying to put those together. Companies are inundated with resumes of all forms, whether it be in paper or in some kind of electronic media. You still have to do it in person. It's too easy to get caught up in the fact that companies are just now filled with data, and they have no way to sort through all of that's there.
It's who you know, not necessarily what you know. Now let's talk about the areas that you see some job growth for those seniors that are looking into the job market. Where are the best jobs? Where are the availabilities at this time?
Well, some of the jobs that we've targeted as very hot jobs this year include global marketing. Companies are moving overseas. We're into an international environment over the next decade. In fact, for the careers of those grads coming out right now, it's going to be one of the key areas of growth, probably the next Silicon Valley. If you are a first-generation American, take your knowledge of your culture and of your language out to the countries that you know, because business is going to be growing there, and your skills are invaluable.
And learn another language. John Challenger in Chicago, thank you very much with some tips for the college grads as they head out. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you're watching World News Now.
Are you tired of embarrassing facial hair and dread painful hair removal from sensitive areas? Hi, I'm Debbie James, here for Finishing Touch, the new pen-shaped hair remover that erases unwanted hair instantly and painlessly. It's designed for precision hair removal from even the most sensitive areas. Absolutely pain-free. Watch. Finishing Touch can remove hair from all sensitive areas, yet it's powerful enough to remove even the thickest hair anywhere. The secret is the microtechnology that literally erases the hair cleanly and discreetly. And watch. It's safe to the touch, guaranteed. Shaving bikini lines leaves razor burns and bumps, but Finishing Touch removes hair without a trace of irritation and is safe on even the most sensitive skin. Plucking eyebrows is painful, but Finishing Touch has a special attachment that painlessly grooms eyebrows or unibrows. Waxing can hurt. Now magically, erase hair along the lip or chin, remove hair from all sensitive areas, toes, ankles, or knees. It's perfect for the entire family. It removes stray hair anywhere. Sleek and discreet for purse or makeup bag. Call now and get the Finishing Touch Precision Hair Remover System, a $30 value for only $14.99. As a free gift, you'll get the Quick Dry Hair Wrap to keep hair out of the way. A $10 value, yours free. But wait, call now and you'll also get our Finishing Touch Lighted 5-Time Magnification Mirror for facial hair removal, contact lenses, or makeup. A $20 value, absolutely free. You get it all. The Finishing Touch Hair Remover, eyebrow attachment, carrying case, quick dry hair wrap, and lighted mirror. An incredible $60 value for only $14.99. But you have to call now. Here's how to order.
To order Finishing Touch for $14.99 plus $5.99 shipping and handling, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-686-0110. That's 1-800-686-0110. So call 1-800-686-0110.
Uh-oh. Want better allergy relief? Benadryl's proven more effective than the leading prescription allergy medicine at relieving your worst allergy symptoms like runny nose, sneezing, itchy nose, and watery eyes. Benadryl, proven more effective.
Wear contacts? Visine for contacts does more than re-wet your lenses. It really, really refreshes your eyes. Visine for contacts gets the dry out when contacts are in.
For every woman who has ever had painful, burning feminine itch, relief has just gotten better. Maximum strength Vagisil with odor-blocking protection. The strongest itch medicine of its kind. Vagisil relieves itch instantly, while vitamins soothe irritated skin. And now it helps block odor for real odor protection. With Vagisil, the relief lasts, even through the night. Trust Vagisil, now with odor blocking. A better understanding of better intimate care.
Can't even be honest inside. I'm backward, watching my life wave me goodbye.
So you want to be famous. David Curley, do you want to be famous?
No. I only want to watch you be famous.
Not just mildly well-known, but a megastar with mega wattage, a bold-faced name worthy of bold-faced headlines. Well, there are a few things you're going to need to really shine, like a smooth ride, a made-for-the-red carpet outfit, and plenty of bling-bling. And of course, by then, your future will be so bright, you'll need sunglasses. And not just any sunglasses. Lauren Glassberg of WABC takes a look at some really catching eyewear.
Trends in eyewear don't necessarily change as often as, say, trends in regular fashion, but we do see trends from fashion kind of filtering into eyewear as far as color, some textures and designs.
And this year you can see fashion's impact on the eyeglass industry in color, particularly the color pink.
I think it's a really important color for spring. Women are really responding to it. Every woman has had a black lens, and I think that they're looking for something different.
Coach offers several rose-tinted glasses, as do many other brands. These are Chanel, and notice how big they are. That's another trend. These Pradas may look like bug eyes.
They're big.
Ray-Ban offers a sportier, squarer take. Want to round things out? These are by Missoni, and they make them in the very popular white.
White hot. It's a color that we're seeing coming on very strong for spring.
Or the lack of color you're seeing coming on strong.
Right, but it's very glamorous. I mean, this is a very glamorous look.
Glasses you see are really about the look. At the International Vision Expo this past weekend at the Javits Center, 700 designers showed off their frames. And there was even a fashion show. Eden Wexler outfits celebrities with their glasses.
Christian Dior came out with this beautiful bling-bling style called the Punk Strass, which has like 300 Swarovski crystals all over the frame.
$1,100, perfect for Missy Elliott or Paris Hilton. maybe a bit less chic, these are by click. They stay put thanks to magnets. And the Pro Shade
very quickly and easily transforms itself just by pulling on the Velcro tab, and quickly adapts and becomes a visor.
That report by Lauren Glassberg of WABC.
I don't like these big ones. I don't think they look good. What do you think?
I think we look so hip and so cool, Mr. Crowley.
Totally.
And at least we're amusing our colleagues here on the floor. And you know, we also, that bug look, it's working for me.
I can't move my head or I'll get on my glasses. More news from ABC News. Am I really doing this?
I'm giving away millions more of my computer learning lessons, and I'm happy to do so. Hi, I'm John Scheer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. You know, over the last few months, my free computer learning offer has been more popular than ever. I'm shipping out thousands of my lessons every day to computer users across America who are tired of being held back by their lack of computer skills. So isn't it time for you to join the millions of satisfied customers who have learned to run a computer using Video Professor products? Remember, it's a complete lesson of your choice, and it's absolutely free. You can choose from Windows, Word, Excel, Quicken, and many more. The only thing easier than ordering my free lesson is learning with them. This proven what you see is what you do learning method, written in plain English, is fun to follow along with, and it's easy to use. Use the play, pause, and rewind buttons to follow the easy step-by-step instructions. I guarantee you'll be up and running in less than an hour. Call now and I'll send you any one of my products absolutely free. You just pay a small shipping and processing charge, and I'll even refund that if you're not completely satisfied with my product. You know, I have people stop me all the time to tell me how much they like learning with Video Professor, how surprised they were with the amount of information they learned from just one CD, and how much it has improved their lives. That's why I can make this incredible free offer, because I know that once you try my product, you will come back to us for all your computer learning needs. So what are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and call. Order your free CD today. I'll ship this to you within a week. So, what do you got to lose? Try my product.
Call Video Professor now for your free lesson. Choose from Windows, Word, Quicken, the Internet, and many more. Call now and this free gift will be yours. The Anytime Organizer is the calendar, diary, address book, and journal on your PC, so you'll never miss an appointment again. Remember, you must call now to get your free CD and the extra free gift.
To get your free computer learning CD, you must call now. Call 1-800-209-0303.
Amazing Animals Week continues on The Wayne Brady Show.
It is Tuesday, March 30th. In the news this morning, the White House considers a compromise in the standoff over the 9/11 Commission. The tools of terror, the bombs used on the trains in Madrid, and the clues left behind. And it's an early, very early opening day for baseball in Tokyo.
From ABC News, this is World News This Morning. Now from our world headquarters in New York, here's Tamala Edwards sitting in for David Muir.
Good morning. Democrats are stepping up the pressure on the administration and Condoleezza Rice. 12 Democrats will try to force a vote today in the Senate on a resolution calling for Rice to testify publicly before the 9/11 Commission. Meantime, as ABC's Terry Moran reports, the White House may be ready to make a deal.
Administration lawyers are scrambling to offer some kind of compromise to the 9/11 Commission. It would go something like this. National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice would agree to appear once again in private and be interviewed by members of the Commission, answer their questions, and the transcript of that session would be made public. But it wouldn't be in public, and she wouldn't be sworn. Right now, all Commission members are continuing to insist that Dr. Rice appear before them in public and under oath. White House officials say all options remain on the table, but they say it is the president himself who refuses to budge on what he sees as a basic principle at stake here, that members of his personal staff should not be forced by the Congress or by an independent commission like the 9/11 Commission is to testify in public. The risk, he believes, and many constitutional lawyers might agree, is that he and future presidents might lose something crucial in the West Wing, and that is the complete candor and undivided loyalty of their staffs. Terry Moran, ABC News, the White House.
The Energy Department says the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas is now a record $1.76. Gas prices affect most Americans, and the new milestone has ignited a heated exchange between the Bush and Kerry presidential campaigns.
After voting 3 times to increase the gas tax and once proposing to increase it by 50 cents a gallon, he now says he doesn't support it.
This administration has one economic policy for America. 3 million jobs lost and driving gas prices towards $3 a gallon.